South Korea is extremely popular, with its mainstream media having K-pop groups such as BTS and Blackpink dominating the music industry. Not only do they have award-winning movies like Parasite and a top-trend Netflix series like Squid Game, but they also have a lot of horror movies that you may or may not have heard of. Here are the top 10 Korean horror movies of all time. At number 10. Thirst. This movie is loosely based on the 1867 novel Thérèse Raquin by Émile Zola. The film stars Song Kang-ho as Sang Hyun, a Catholic priest who turns into a vampire as a result of a failed medical experiment and falls in love with Tae-ju, the wife of his childhood friend. The movie is directed by Park Chan-wook. Screenplay by Park Chan-wook and Jang Seo-kyung. Starring Song Kang-ho, Kim Ok-bin, Kim Hee-suk, Shin Ha-kyun, Park In-hwan, Song Young-chang, and Oh Dal-soo. At number 9. 3. Extremes. 3. Extremes is a 2004 anthology horror film consisting of 3 individual segments from 3 different East Asian countries: China, Japan, and South Korea, following the concept of its predecessor, 3 in 2002. Its 3 segments, Dumplings, Cut, and Box, were directed by Hong Kong director Fruit Chan, South Korean director Park Chan-wook, and Japanese director Takashi Miike, respectively. Dumplings was released as a theatrical feature film the same year and was cut down to a shorter length for its inclusion in 3. Extremes. Dumplings was starred by Miriam Yeung, Bai Ling, Pauline Lau, Tony Leung Ka-fai, and Meme Chan. The film Cut was starred by Lee Byung-hun, Im Won-hee, Kang Ha-young, and Yum Young-ah. And finally, Box was starred by Kyoko Hasegawa, Atsuro Watabe, Mai Suzuki, and Yu Suzuki. At number 8. A Tale of Two Sisters. After being institutionalized in a mental hospital, Korean teen Soo Mi reunites with her beloved sister, Soo Yoon, and they return to live at their country home. The girl's widower father has remarried, and the siblings are immediately resentful of his new wife, Yoon Ju. As Soo Mi and Soo Yoon try to resume their regular lives, strange events plague the house, leading to surprising revelations and a shocking conclusion. This movie is directed and written by Kim Ji-woon. Starring Im Soo-young, Moon Ji-young, Yum Young-ah, and Kim Kap-soo. At number 7. #Alive. While a grisly virus ravages a Korean city, Jun-woo tries to stay safe by locking himself inside his apartment. Just as he loses hope, he discovers another survivor. This film is directed and screenplayed by Cho Il-hyung as well as Matt Naylor. Starring Yoo Ah-in and Park Shin-hye. At number 6. Save the Green Planet. Lee Byung-gu is convinced that there are aliens from Andromeda among us, plotting to destroy Earth. He believes that Kang Man-sik, the head of a chemical production company, is their leader, and he kidnaps him. Holing up in his secret lair, Byung-gu interrogates and tortures the supposed alien, hoping that he will confess to his crimes against humanity and call off the planned destruction of the planet before it is too late. This movie is directed and written by Jang Joon-hwan. Starring Shin Ha-kyun and Baek Yoon-sik. At number 5. Gonjam, Haunted Asylum. The crew of a horror web series travels to an abandoned asylum for a live broadcast. It soon encounters much more than expected as it moves deeper inside the nightmarish old building. The movie is directed and written by Young Bum-shik as well as Park Sang-min. Starring Wai Ha-jun, Park Ji-hyun, Oh Ah-yoon, Moon Yi-won, Park Sung-hoon, Yoo Ji-yoon, Lee Sung-wook, and Park Ji-ae. At number 4. The Host. Careless American military personnel dump chemicals into South Korea's Han River. Several years later, a creature emerges from the tainted waters and sinks its ravenous jaws into local residents. When the creature abducts their daughter, a vendor and his family decide that they are the only ones who can save her. This film is directed and written by Bong Joon-ho. Also written by Ha Won-jun and Bak Chul-hyun. Starring Song Kang-ho, Byun Hee-bong, Park Hee-il, Bae Doona, and Go Ah-sung. At the 3rd spot. Train to Busan. Seok-woo and his daughter are on a train to Busan on the latter's birthday to see his wife. However, the journey turns into a nightmare when they are trapped amidst a zombie outbreak in South Korea. This movie is directed by Yoon Sang-ho. Written by Park Joo-suk. Starring Gong Yoo, Ma Dong-seok, Young Yoo-mi, Kim Soo-eun, Kim Yoo-sung, Choi Woo-shik, and Ahn So-hee. Down to our 2nd spot. The Wailing. Suspicion leads to hysteria when rural villagers link a series of brutal murders to the arrival of a mysterious stranger. This film is directed and written by Na Hong-jin. Starring Kwak Do-won, Hwang Young-min, and Chun Woo-hee. At the top of our list we have Seoul Station. The film serves as a prequel to the live-action film Train to Busan, showing how the zombie epidemic began in South Korea before the latter's events. Taking place in and around Seoul Station, a young runaway woman must try to survive in a world that sees her as disposable. The story revolves around three main characters: Suk-ji Woo, a father who searches for his runaway daughter, who he finds is alive and currently a prostitute. He finds her through her boyfriend, Ki-woon, who tried to pimp her to him. Just as he is about to be reunited with her, a zombie epidemic breaks out in Seoul. This animated film is directed and written by Yoon Sang-ho, starring Roo Sung-ryong, Shim Yoon-kyung, and Lee Jun. Do you have a favorite Korean horror movie that wasn't on the list? Comment down below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe.